Hello, and welcome back to Create Astral. I've played through this pack once before, but it got a super big update recently, so we're going to be checking it out and seeing everything that's new here. I will be continuing the other series, of course, but the creator of Milky Way told me that they're working on a super big update too, so I'm going to hang around and wait for that to come out. Until then, though, I'm sure we can have some fun with this one. The quest book wants us to dive into some Tinker's tools right off the bat, so we're going to go ahead and grab those. Here we go, and then we can use these to craft up some wooden tools first. Here we go, and now that we have our stone pickaxe, we can go looking for some of the ores we're going to be needing. We can grab some copper and some iron, and then we can also pick up some tin while we're down here. And then we're going to go ahead and smelt all these up. Now that we have some ingots smelted up, we can craft our first create machines here. We just need to grab some andesite compound, and this will smelt into andesite alloy. And with a smithing table here, we can combine copper and tin to make bronze. And for now, we can just use a stone cutter, and that will turn these into sheets for us. Combining andesite alloy and bronze sheets will give us some cogwheels. And as it turns out, we can actually compress a bunch of andesite together. And this is going to allow us to make an andesite generator, just like you would a cobblestone generator. So we're going to get that set up. Here we go, and now we can just mine andesite here anytime we need it instead of having to go look for it. It's not always going to give us andesite, it's going to give cobblestone sometimes, but every now and then it will drop some andesite for us. We can also make some andesite casing by stripping an oak log and then putting an andesite alloy onto it. Just like that there. This we can use to craft ourselves up a mechanical press and a depot too. And then we're going to use a water wheel for power for now. Now we're going to set up our water wheel just like this. The water is going to flow around it this way. We can just cover this part up. And then if we throw some water down here, it should start spinning. Now we can throw a big cogwheel onto a small cogwheel and speed this up a little bit. Then if we put our mechanical press on top of this depot, we can start throwing some iron ingots onto this and it will press them into plates. We may need a few more water wheels though at this speed. Here we go, I think we've got it back up and working now. There we are. I'm going to use 3 of these to go ahead and craft ourselves up an iron pickaxe. And then the rest are going to go into making a whisk, and this is going to be used to make a mixer here in a minute. But first I'm going to go see if we can't try to find some gold to make a wrench. Here we are. And this is what's going to allow us to easily work with these create machines here. Now we can automate this andesite generator here. We can just throw a drill on top of it, and I believe we can place a water wheel this way and set it up so that it spins like this. Yep, here we go, and it is very, very slow. I may move it up so that we can speed up the drill actually. There we go, I got it working way faster now. Now I've also added an encased fan behind here, and this is just going to push all the stone that's generated out as it gets replaced. And then we can just put a chute in front of this and a chest below it, and it should all just go into this chest here. Yep, there we are. Now that we have access to andesite easier, maybe it's time we start looking at trying to start a base. But of course, hand digging out a base is way too slow, so we gotta find a way to fix that. I'm thinking that we can use one of these minecart contraptions here, along with a couple of drills, and that way, that'll dig it out for us. So I'm thinking that if we just set this up like this, and throw our drills onto the side of this here. I've also got a couple of barrels here so it can store all the stone it picks up. Oh, and we need to grab some super glue, can't forget about that. Here we go, now we should be able to connect all these up properly. And those barrels too. Now if we throw a lever on here and flick this on, we should just be able to give this a push and we should see it start mining for us. Hopefully this will mine in a nice big circle and we can get a base going off of this. Here we go, and it's made its first rotation around. I'm just going to move all of these down one so that it'll mine this layer out, and then I'm going to do the same for the top two. While we wait for that though, I wanted to see about getting myself one of these mixers here. In this, we can throw some andesite alloy, some zinc, and some gravel together, and this is going to make us some grout. And this is what's going to be used to make a smeltery. I think we're going to have to save all of this for next episode though. We can actually go ahead and take a look down here now, now that this whole thing has been mined out. I put out an extra layer for the floor. I'm thinking about using some of these checkered cobblestone tiles for the floor. I think that looks pretty nice. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And we can of course take down this big thing now that we're done with it. I may even actually mine out a few more blocks just because this feels really small as it is. Okay, I'd say we've got ourselves off to a pretty good start here on our base. I made this area quite a lot bigger, and then I went and added in some flooring and a little bit of decoration on the walls here. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do along this part, but we'll figure that out in between episodes. Of course, we can't actually even end the episode until I've made myself a brand spanking new set of armor. We're just gonna make some iron one. We're just gonna make an iron set today. All we have to do is press a bunch of plates down. And there we go. Now we can just craft up an iron set like normal. And here we are. That's gonna do it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.